Welcome to Megamation Directline training. This video will look at the Request for Quotation screen in the Purchasing module. Access Request for Quotation by going to Module, Purchase Orders, Request for Quotation Entry. The Request for Quotation allows the user to contact multiple suppliers and receive pricing information for multiple parts from each supplier. These prices can then be approved and requisitions can be generated. The quotation number is a sequential counter and will always give the next available number. Click the drop-down to choose a type from the list. Types can be added in the Administration module. The status autofills with new status. Click the Date field to fill with the current date. Description is a text field and can be used to describe what this quote is for. For example, conveyor rebuild. Add suppliers by typing the supplier in the supplier number field, or click the search button to use the supplier search. Type all or part of the supplier name. Use the radio buttons on the right to choose starting with, containing, or ending with. Use equal to only if the full supplier name was entered. Hit OK. Now choose one or more suppliers from the list and hit OK. To add more suppliers to the quote, click in the next row and follow the same process. Go to Line Items for Quote. Here, add the parts that prices are needed for, either by typing the part number in the part number field, or hit the magnifying glass to use the inventory search. Use the inventory search by entering one or more criteria, then hit OK to display a list of parts that match that criteria. Choose one or more parts from the list. Then hit OK. Add a quantity for each part chosen. Also add work order number, equipment number, and project information if needed. Hit Save at the bottom right. Once all parts are added, the buyer can be referenced on the Approval tab, as well as adding buyer and approval notes. Comments, award letter notes, and invoicing notes tabs are large text fields that can be filled by typing or pasting the appropriate text if applicable. Go back to the Supplier Particulars tab. Here there is a button to email the suppliers for quotes. This will allow suppliers to access a link where they can enter price quotes and part numbers. Clicking the button will require saving the request for quotation record. Hit Yes, then an email form will be generated. On the first tab, choose which parts from the request for quotation will be requested. All parts are selected by default. Click the checkboxes to remove any that will not be sent. Click the Suppliers to Email tab. Use the checkboxes in the quote column to select which suppliers will be emailed. Click in the Contact field for each supplier line and use the drop-down to select a contact from the supplier entry, or type a contact name in the box. Click the email box for each supplier line to choose an email address to send to, or type an email address in the box. Click the Email Content tab. Here, edit the subject line and the body of the email if desired. Now click Send Emails. Suppliers will receive an email with a link they can click on to see what parts prices are being requested. When they click the link, a page opens displaying the request for quote information. On the part lines, there are editable fields for unit cost and supplier part number. These fields will be able to be imported into the system and used to update the request for quotation. Supplier comments is a text field allowing the supplier to enter any additional note to the requester. Check the information confirmed box and hit save. Once suppliers have sent prices, they can be retrieved and added to the request for quotation. Open the request for quotation screen, type the quotation number, or use the magnifying glass button to search for the quote. Click the Retrieve Supplier Quotes button. All suppliers who sent prices will be listed. Hit OK. Click Edit View Suppliers Quoted Prices to see the prices the supplier sent. Lowest prices will be highlighted in yellow. Approve quotation prices by clicking the Quotation Line Item Approval. Lowest prices are displayed and highlighted in yellow. Double-click the Approved By field to approve a line. A supplier can be changed by clicking in the Supplier Number field. The list of suppliers will be displayed. Choose a supplier and hit OK. Once all lines are approved, a requisition can be generated from the request for quotation by clicking Tools, Generate Requisitions from Quotation. Select all parts to be added to requisitions. A requisition will be generated for each supplier who had an approved part. Choose the next desk to send the requisitions to. And hit OK. Requisitions are now created.